let's go for a walk. So they left their house, they went down the sidewalk, around the corner, past the new house, down over the little bridge, and there was a green water pipe that they crossed on, over the little creek, along the path, along the river, up the stairs, onto the road again, through the trees, down in Puntledge Park where the swings were. Play on the swings for a bit, then they went over the bridge, up the hill, on the road, downtown to the big blue bridge where the hot dog tree was. And they stopped and had a hot dog for a little while. And they had some mustard on the hot dog and some ketchup. And they said, let's go to the ice cream store. So they walked up the street to the ice cream store. And the man said, hello, would you like some ice cream? And the little girl, her name was Yeehaw, she said, yes, please. He said, what flavor would you like? She said, I would like strawberry, please. So the man scooped up some strawberry ice cream, put it on a cone and gave it to her. And he said to the little boy, what flavor ice cream would you like? And he said, I would like vanilla ice cream, please. So the man scooped up some vanilla ice cream and gave it to the little boy. And then he asked the daddy, what flavor would you like, sir? And he said, Daddy said, I'd like to have some chocolate, please. So the man scooped up some chocolate ice cream and gave it to the daddy. And he said, now, that'll cost $1.50. So he reached deep into his pocket. Deeper, 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 down to the very bottom of his pocket. And he pulled out some fish bones and stones. And they ran down the hill, past the hot dog tree, over the blue bridge, down past the Puntledge Park swings, over the little bridge, down the steps along the path, over the little green tunnel, the green water pipe, up past the new house, down the sidewalk, into the house, into the garage, change into jammies, come back outside, wash Daddy's motorcycle, go back into bed, tuck up, snug as a bug in a rug, good night, sleep tight, the end. That is all. Now, the second story I have is a little boy and a little girl who were very, very tiny. So tiny that you could put them in your pocket. There was a little boy who had blonde hair and beautiful blue eyes, and his name was Tin Can. He was only this big. And then there was a little tiny girl, a little wee girl with long blonde hair and big blue eyes and a purple smile. And her name was Yeehaw. One day, they were riding around in their daddy's pocket, and their daddy went into the backyard and began to dig a hole. And he dug down further and further and further and deeper and deeper and deeper until it was so deep they had to put a ladder down there to get to the bottom. So they climbed down to the bottom of the hole, and at the very bottom was a river. So the little boy said, hey Daddy, can we jump in the river? And then the little girl said, yeah, me too, Daddy, can we jump in the river? And the daddy said, sure, and he took them out of their pocket and he put them on a little tiny leaf that was floating on the water, and down the river they went. They went underneath the house, and underneath the driveway, and underneath the trees in the forest, and underneath the ocean, and underneath the island. And they went below the road, and below the Tudor house, and below the store with all the candy, and below the bowling lanes where everybody liked to go bowling for their parties. And they came out in a river where a big blue bridge was. And they said, hey, I know where we are. And a big whale came up and opened up his mouth, and he swallowed the little boy and the little girl. Oh my gosh, what are they going to do? But they weren't scared, because what they did was tickled the inside of the whale's throat, and he sneezed. And when he sneezed, the little boy and the little girl flew out of the whale's blowhole, and they went flying through the air, and they were just about to land on the ground, and guess who caught them? Their daddy caught them. And he put them back in the pocket and said, what have you kids been up to? Said, well, come on, Daddy, we'll show you. So they went back on the leaf, and they floated on the river, and they went underneath the bowling alley, the Tudor house, the candy store, the house, the driveway, the forest, and they went right back to the big hole where the daddy was digging, and they climbed up the ladder, and they said, see, that's what we were doing. And they lived happily ever after. The end. All done. Good night. Sleep tight. And those are 2 stories by Paul Holsgrove. The end.